Okay, so before anybody asks me, that is not my bass. I had that a while ago. I was doing a demo for chord basses and they just had me demo the bass. I don't have it. I know someone's going to ask me that, but anyway, I want to break this little groove down. So just go with me, flow with me for a second. I want you to be able to create your own bass lines and understand why I play what I play, and then go from there. So let's build off of the first beginning. That part right there, let's break that down. Theoretically, what am I doing? I'm in the key of E. I'm playing a slap bass tune in the key of E. Those are my first three notes. So I have a G, D flat, and then back to the root note or home, which is E again. So what is that in relation to the scale? So scale degree, I'm playing a Dorian-based groove. So I'm using the mode Dorian, which has a natural 6 in it, and I'm using that to my advantage. The G first, and then that natural 6 of the Dorian scale, E Dorian scale, and then the 1. Let's keep going. Okay, so listen, if you're tired of struggling learning how to play bass on your own, you got to check out Bass Nation Academy. We cover so many topics and have a ton of lessons to go along with them. We even have live interactive classes every single week. And there's so much more that we have to offer that will be available to you. And it's been amazing to be able to help thousands of bass players in their bass playing journey. So see for yourself, see what some of the members are saying. Click the link somewhere around this video to learn more about us and hopefully become a part of the Bass Nation Academy. Next line. So that line right there, it's a lot more technique based than it is note based, if you understand what I mean. So we got some slides and pull offs there. So what I'm doing is I'm playing sliding up to the B, then hitting that D there. What's the scale degree? Let's figure that out. What are the chord tones? So if I'm playing the B, what is that in relation to our root note? That's a 5. That's the 5th note. What is the D in relation to our root note? That's a flat 7 or a minor 7. Remember, we always work with the scale that we're using. Let's always reference the scale that we're using. So if we're in the key of E Dorian, we're thinking of chord tones. What is that in relation? That's always going on in my head. How does it relate to the key that I'm in, right? Why does this make sense? And that's how I work. That's how my mind kind of flows while I'm creating these exercises or these ideas or these slap lines. Just doing a hammer on from the A to the B. The A is not as important as the B, right? So the B is our 5th. I'm just trying to get there. So I just use the A as a stepping point. So I'm going back to the A after that. G, which is we already figured that out, which is our minor 3rd. And then the root note. And I go back to D and back to E. Right, so I'm still using the same exact chord tones that we've used before in the beginning. All right, let's keep going. So I thought one of the lines that I did was pretty interesting inside of that. I did. Before I go into that nice, cool little element I thought I was going to go into, but let's talk about the one right before that. Super simple. It may sound like something crazy, but I'm just sliding up, lazily sliding up to that natural 6 of the Dorian scale, E Dorian scale, and then coming back down to the minor 3rd. So these notes are still repeating over and over again. So natural 6, minor 3rd, root note, flat 7, right? All of these notes are repeating. So I want to play up into that point. So we got, here it is. So I'm not even landing on that natural 6. I'm like, I'm almost getting there. It's like, I've heard that from so many different players, a lot of different bass players. I heard 𝗘𝗀𝗶𝘀 play that line a lot, but I've heard it other places. But you know, directly stolen from him when he's played this kind of line before. It's like you just get there. It's such a, I don't know. I love the fact that it's not perfect. I love the fact that you're not landing directly on the note. It's like you're just getting there, right? I mean, you can play the note if you want to. You can, you're not hitting the note, but you're just, before you get there, I don't know. It's just a nice little flavor element versus instead of just playing the note, just add a little bit of, just add some style, add some flavor to your playing. It makes it that much better. That one little small concept, just a little lazy. I don't know, it's nice. Here's the element that I wanted to talk about. So that's a D, the fifth from D, and then we have the octave. Now, why does this work? Again, we're playing the D, which is our flat 7. We've already established that's inside of the scale. We're playing the 5 of that D, so which is the 4th note of the E Dorian scale. And then that last note is our root note, the key that we're in. So that's why it works really well. And I decided to let those notes ring simultaneously to be able to get that effect. And it just makes it sound that much more interesting versus just playing them separately as separate notes, like those stacked fifths. So D, A, E. So I wanted to show you guys that, not just verbatim note by note, just those different elements of how I go through constructing a bass line or slap line. It doesn't matter what kind of line it is, but just a line in general, to be able to see where my mind goes. Always referencing the root note, always referencing the scale that I'm working with, and understanding, okay, this is why this works. I'm using the elements, that natural 6 of the E Dorian, natural 6, the minor 3rd, the 5th, the 4th. What? I did that backwards. The 5th, the 4th, whatever it may be inside of that scale, to be able to stay true to the key, but still add your style and your flavor to it. So take that and run with it. When you're constructing a bass line, whether you're in a Mixolydian key or a Mixolydian mode at the time, a Dorian mode, most times for funk, that's where you are. Keep these things in mind. Keep these things in mind and understand that you can utilize the scale in so many different ways. It just doesn't have to be stagnant or just, you know, literally scale based. You can mix it up. Using some double stops here and there. Anyway, you guys get the picture. I didn't want to make this too long. Make sure your notes are coming out clean, clear, and precise. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.